It's time for a little TOL Week 17. You read that right, folks. Week 17 action, which means it's the final week of the regular season, and we've got serious playoff implications. We got Faith +1 sitting at 9-6, currently in the playoffs, going up against division rival Donald's Michigan Stags. Faith +1, unusual team, 9-6, so pretty solid record. Negative 75-ish point differential, so not very impressive on that front, and that may cost them. They have to win this game. The other team that's below them is playing a pretty crappy Deadly Venoms team, which generally gets dominated, and they have a better point differential. So if they win and Faith +1 loses, they're probably going to be out. But let's see what they can do. It's a handoff to Bridge. And the Stags plow forward for 12 yards. Stags have come close in a lot of games. Haven't put together a winning season, but the team is not too far off from being pretty competitive. There's a nice little drop-down 7-yard pickup as he finds his RB outlet. Here's the Snake with the pitch to Bridge. Bridge trying to do a little something there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Big third down play. They're in field goal territory. Man in motion. They're going to pop it. They give it to him wide, and he already hits the first down. Nice play. You saw a lot of people coming back from injuries for Michigan, so they're pretty happy. And, of course, Michigan may be riding high off of the semifinal win that the Michigan Wolverines displayed here in our recent college football playoff. The overtime victory was able to pull it out against Alabama. 3rd and 17 now, basically back where they were. They're in the gun. They left somebody open, and he jumps inside triple coverage, and it's perfectly timed 18-yard catch when you needed 17. Moves the change. They're going to try that again. Let's see what happens. This time it's pressure. They go up top. Dangerous. Could have easily been picked in double cuff. Here comes motion. They're going to swing it to the near side. They take the short angle. Probably not ideal. They pick up 3 on that play. I do like how you can't quite tell until the play develops. Now they're going the wide side. This one has been working better for him, and he's going to fight hard for the first down. They may not be in the playoffs, but they are getting ready for season 13 of Dynasty. They see themselves building and getting better each round. And so Bridge is fighting for that end zone. They want that W column. Now it's motion. It's going to again take it to the wide side. Should be good. Touchdown. Touchdown, the Bridge. A.K.A. Mike Bridges, one of the greatest powerlifters of all time. The kick is up, however, it's right into the chest of the flying in opponent team person, whatever you call those people. And so it is blocked. That's a disheartening thing. However, a slow kick returner, and he is brought down at the 7. Long field and some big pressure, and MM13X is going to come in for the safety, helped by his teammate the other end. And that is exactly what they want. Not only do they get the points back from missing the extra point, now they get the bonus point plus the ball. Got a lot of guys in motion. He's going to take it himself. He's going to avoid a couple of divers. The Snake was pretty sneaky and slimy and slippery, which really snakes are not slippery or slimy. Oh, they chopped that play down. So will they give it right back to him? Let's see. He's going to swing it, takes that inside gap, which is not enough, only gets 4 when he needed 5, and so they cannot take advantage of the ball possession granted by the safety. Almost gets a blocked punt. Thought it was going to be a shitty kick, but it's actually 6 inches too long. I've never heard that, but I hear it's painful. And, man, that D-line is really doing something. He drops it off to Drake, but then he coughs up the ball. This is not how Faith +1 wants to start. And LePuke gets the ball, and again, they're gifted a possession, and this time it's inside the 30, already in field goal zone. But man, that line is collapsing. Will he get a block? He is fighting hard. His teammates don't come in. Look at the effort of Bridges. We said this guy's not opting out of any bowls, folks. He is playing. Got a chance, but it's well covered. Man had his foot set. Actually, the offender had to play defense there. This is the motion play we would expect. They have been blowing that hole up, but Bridges, I think he picked up a condition over the quarter. He is moving a little bit crisper. He finds that hole and gets right in there. Now it's the pitch down. Has a blocker out in front. A lot of dancing. I did not like the excessive dancing. A little too celebratory. This is a good play to call when you're on the 1. There it is. He punches it in. And that is touchdown numero dos for Bridges. And an important extra point coming up here to make it a 3-score game. Still, of course, plenty of time. But Faith +1 has got to be nervous, on the verge of a playoff appearance. Had a pretty good season, minus a couple of beatdowns. And so there, they decent return for the slow Shea. Gets it out to the 41. Now Franco's going to hand it off. That collapses, but Khalid is able to get to the outside before it does. Pretty sure Khalid is a backup. None of these names look super familiar here. He's going to plunge forward, sees the first. Franco's obviously feeling all right. Gets out to the 39. Decent speed for him. It's that run play. This time, oh, the fumbles, the turnovers. Obviously, Bobby very angry at Dylan for some reason and has set the rigging to maximum rigging level for his pleasure. And Faith +1 is just getting destroyed on the RNG. And he's going to toss a double coverage. Man, they cannot get a break on their own. They keep doing that. They're going to get a pick at some point, one would assume. Now they're going to try that pass play. Will the line hold? It does. He's got his dump off, but he leads him out of bounds. And they decide, you know what? It's 2-down territory. Let's see. He's got his dump off across the middle, but he takes a shitty angle, doesn't throw it, and Starvin Marvin comes in with a huge sack to keep the lead at 15 and, more importantly, give Faith +1 the ball back. He's got an outlet. He finds his outlet right in between men, and it's I thought it was a 10.5-yard gain, only 9.5. 2nd and 1. Shotgun formation for Franco, but it's going to be a direct snap to Khalid, and he's enough to pick up the first. Move the chains, time a minor factor, but they're doing well. They'd rather burn up the clock and score at the end than give the Stags the ball back. He's got a chance. He finds Simpson. Oh, but a great play by the DB. Baited him into the throw. Knocked it down. Didn't think that was in his wheelhouse. It was. Got a quick dump off. No, that guy's covered, so he leads them out of bounds, and suddenly they're looking at a long 3rd and 10. Just inside field goal range. Trips to the near side. The line holds. He has his dump off, but he decides to get greedy and goes for Simpson. That could have been picked as well. Led the man too much, and now it's a difficult field goal from the bottom hash. And he lines it up pretty well, and it's right through. I thought maybe it would doink, but no. Kanye West. Love him, hate him. Don't understand him. Doesn't really matter. He's got a big leg and gets Faith +1 on the board. And then a nice tackle to give them a long field if they're trying to add to that lead. And this is more of a chew-you-up kind of offense, which does not work as well here. 38 seconds. They burn a timeout. Picked up 4. They're in the gun, so they're going to throw. See if they can get a little lucky. Some pressure. Ooh, that could have been a pick 6. The man was just waiting for it out in the early flat. Now it's a pitch down to Bridge. They're trying to chew up clock. They don't want to give him the ball back. They will not. Gets the first. He's only going to have 1 play left. Do they have anything in their arsenal that can score? I don't see it. Let's see what they do. Not a bad choice. The blocker picks it up well. He makes a nice move. Oh, but a great open field tackle prevents any last-minute heroics. So the half draws to a close, 15-3. Unusual score with a missed extra point and a safety. The Stags looking proud, but they're going to have to cough up the ball here. Shea will be set to return. He stands at his own 10. Heads out to the 15, brought down at the 20. Not a particularly impressive return. They're trying something new, a little bit of motion here. Going to hand out. The run play have been working for the Stags. Maybe if they ram it down their throat, we'll see. These run plays are not as good. They try it. Oh, and the QB is just a little too slow. The line did not hold. That's a long developing play. He's got a man. He got somebody there. He had pressure, but it's a nice throw. Caught by Aaron Hernandez, who then gets up and picks up another 3 yards. Huge first down there. Franco had people all at his feet. Was able to escape. That time he gets it off. Really lucky just to avoid the sack. Now they try the offset formation. Line does not hold, but he gets it off. Can he get a jump? He can. Oh! Put some stick-em on those gloves. Jumps up and doinks off the hands. How often do you see that on a receiver? Not very. Khalid has picked up a bit of speed, gets a block, and will, more importantly, get the first down on that. Big run play. They're looking to draw within one score here. A lot of pressure. They tie up one of the men, and he just says, fuck this. I'm throwing it out of bounds. Saw a little Make-A-Wish kid out there and said, here you go, partner. See if you can catch this. Unfortunately, knocked the kid out with the ball. A lot of pressure. Double covered. All of a sudden, it's 3rd and 10, but they've done okay in these long down situations. Not this time, though. A called play, and Franco gets swallowed by U2 Shredder. So they're going to have to settle for a field goal, keeping it a 2-score game, even if they make it. They do doink it in. So it is now a 9-point lead. Kanye West, 2 for 2 in his field goal attempts. Not a great kick. Thousand Island there at the 15. Makes a move. Makes another move. Could have come all the way to the near side. Tried to stay in the middle. Gets out to the 30. Can't complain. Going shotgun, but they read it very well. He gets the ball off. Fires it. Thought maybe that would be picked once again. The wide receiver had to turn DB in the middle of the play. Now they swing to this far side. This play has worked quite well. He tosses somebody. Bridge continues to feel good. To the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Dragged down and tosses one more man just for good luck. At the 17, will they feed him again? This time they're queued up on it. That's one way to stop it. Everybody rushed the play. Loses 5. Now they're in the gun. Again called play. Gets it off. And it's a pick. I told you they went to the well once too often. And a huge red zone stop there. Now they're at the 6. Trying to get a little comfort. No, they're going to roll it in. But they haven't read it well. They've thrown it to Hernandez. Jump and catch at the 50. 2 men to beat. He's to the 30. Gets the diver. He beats him. 20. Gets the diver. And that's a touchdown. Just like that from their own 6. A 94-yard strike to Aaron the Killer Hernandez from Wander Franco. The kick is up and good, and it's within those 2 points. That's safety, the only difference. Faith +1 starting to roar back, and now the Stags are the one feeling nervous. Kanye boots out a big one to Thousand Island. Gets a medium return out to about the 17. 16, let's call it. Double back set. They're going to drop into pass. He's got a man down low. Think he finds him. There goes Jackson. Can't quite avoid the tacklers. Big pickup, though. Time slips through the hourglass. They've got a man open up top, and they do find him. They don't lead him perfectly. Oh, he cannot use his blocker. Thought that was going to be huge, but he still picks up another 20. Just like that, they're on the 41. Here comes motion. Called play. They have queued in, But he actually snuck through the first wave. Impressive, simply to get back. They're trying it again. Going to go through that same narrow gap. He's got an opening, and he can't quite hit the outside, but it's a big 8-yard pickup. Now they go spread formation for the snake. They're going to pitch it down to Bridge. Good play call. He definitely has the first. He's got a lot more than that, folks. He has a TD. Michigan Stags rolling. Mike the Bridge is there. Side note, I'm just totally making up. Mike Bridges is a real guy, but I have no idea if that's the person. So he kicks it through, gets that kick. So it becomes, again, a 9-point lead. A nice, slight little comfort zone there, but anything can happen. Shea way deep at the near side. Avoids the first rush. And at least gets out to the 15. Safety not too much of a danger unless we get double sack. And there's your first one, folks. Half Nelson puts him in. And surprisingly, they don't call a penalty for roughing the head of the kicker. Oh, and that time the outside linebacker does the swim move, grabs the jersey, slows him up, and it's a long third down. They like the play, they go back to it, but no, the defense is all there, and this is it. This is your game. 4th and 16. They need something. They've got a lot of pressure, but he's going to get the ball off. He gets the ball off. He's got a man, and he hits Hernandez, who's been the hero, dives, gets up, and runs. And just like that, a game that could have just turned on a hair. But now, suddenly, Faith +1 is rolling. They're out to the 35. A lot of pressure in the face. Oh, double covered. A pick there would have been catastrophic. But they can't be too conservative. They need 2 scores. Got a lot of pressure on him. He fires it off. He has a lead. Simpson was able to get a half step on his man, and it was a perfect throw, man. Franco is throwing well under pressure. 10 yards to go for the TD strike. Again, there's pressure, but he's got 2 open men, and he's going to find him in the corner of the end zone. Hernandez for TD number 2 in week 17. Big touchdown score from Wander. Here comes the kick. It's a little high, but it'll be okay. And again, it's a 2-point lead. Will they go for the onside? They will not. They're right on that cutoff where they decide to trust their defense. Can Bridges once again bring it home for them? Thousand Island keeps the ball at least. Doesn't cough it up. They're going to switch it to the near side. He doesn't have much blocking going on there. Didn't have much room to run. Only a 1-yard pickup on a play that often works well. Faith +1 starting to burn their timeout. Still a reasonable amount of time. Each team can possess the ball once. He's got a dump off. That is huge. Bridge gets the first. Gets a diver. He's to the 40. Brought down at the 39. Holds on to the ball. Gives them a first down. That is massive. Let's see what they can do here. Here comes motion. I'm fine with these plays. But it's called. However, Bridge able to fight hard to get back to the line of scrimmage. Again, we see motion. They go with that inside route. Oh, I would have loved to see the outside route there. That loses 2 despite not being called. Now they're in the shotgun. Outside of field goal range. What are they going to do? There's a lot of pressure. Can he get a jump? He does! Gets the jump. Jackson double dive. TD strike. And what is very likely a lethal shot. Bones. Jackson with the right hook to the temple. Down goes Faith +1. And the count is on. They do block it. Let's see. Does that have any impact? So it's an 8-point lead. If only there were 2-point conversions in Tecmo. It's one thing we got to try to do. So they're at the 24. Virtually impossible. However, we have seen them score. It's a great call. Oh, no, it's a terrible call. They went with a run play. Here comes the motion. They just have to get lucky that nobody guards the deep man, or they just toss it to him anyway, and he's successful. They're going to fire it to Simpson. That's burning up too much clock. They don't have enough time. They have to score onside score, and it will not happen. Even if they score here. MM13X, we see him again, 17 seconds. 2nd and 17. A score would chew up all the clock. And so that is it. 6, 7, 8. They Ref counts them down. 9, 10, you're out. And Faith plus 1 is unable to do it. Despite a pretty decent performance by Franco, the defense could not stop the bridge. 175 yards as he ran all over him for 10 first downs. And there you go, the Stags triumphant against a division rival and very likely knock Faith plus 1 out of the playoffs. It all comes down to what happens to the Deadly Venoms. Well, let's get ready for playoffs, folks.